I mean, it's not possible to five-man any of these encounters.
I've had another previous account get banned.
There's this other person called Gamin Counselor, which my friend actually really liked until we found out about this.
I was caught lying and cheating.
Hello everyone, today we're covering Mr. Gamin Counselor and his repeated history of cheating, crashing out, and lies. The main point of contention for his channel is the controversy surrounding his supposed cheating in the Destiny 2 Desert Perpetual raid race and his further attempt to cover it up.
But just to give the TDLR.
On Twitter, he says that the raid was a horrible experience and had not swapped a modifier that basically locks your loadout or you face severe penalties like depleted ammo and ability reserves had been enabled. Not a single person would have cleared the raid. This is not out of the ordinary for Mr. Counselor. He will tell you not to buy the new expansion. Meanwhile, he literally bought the new expansion twice. People then checked his account on a website called Raid Report, which uses Destiny's API, which basically makes anything to do with raiding an open book. If you want to look at other players' stats, game-wide stats, or stats for basically anything, it's available to the public and anyone can find it. And Raid Report focuses specifically on raid stats where you can see what weapons people used and what times people had when they cleared the raid. And it was discovered through Raid Report that Mr. Gamin Counselor, as well as two other people on his team, cleared in 42 seconds. Wow, that seems a little strange, doesn't it? But let's not jump to conclusions here too quick. Let's see what he has to say to defend himself. Oh wait, he deleted the video. Well, let's listen to a re-upload. Thank you to Lucky10p for reacting to this video, which now serves as an archive.
I got to participate in the final boss a few times. What does that mean is that I got error coded or kicked, and then I rejoined and the boss was dead. The loot hadn't spawned. I joined in. Didn't know that, by the way. And I got the clear.
And then we put on the emblem and celebrate. Is that how it goes down?
Yes.
So, he says that he got disconnected, rejoined, and the boss was dead shortly after he joined. Not only did this not happen, but out of all the legitimate contest clears, only 2 teams of 5 people actually cleared the raid, and they're both off of boss checkpoints. Mr. Counselor's team is not on here. For some context to the raid itself, the damage was incredibly difficult. In fact, it's been called, even by himself, one of the hardest, if not the hardest, day 1 contest raids ever. So why would his team risk a DPS phase without a player on their team? In fact, why would you not mention the fact that you got booted out because of connection issues and rejoined only for the boss to be dead immediately after in your original Twitter post? Why not acknowledge that although you believe that your clear was legitimate, it did seem kinda shady? The thing is, that doesn't really matter, because there are still 2 other people who also cleared in 42 seconds, as we can see from this screenshot here. He left this out of both of his original Twitter post and the YouTube video that he made. So if we go with his excuse, himself and 2 other people, totaling 3 people, had their games crash, all got back on, and all joined at the same time when the boss was defeated. I mention all of this because his explanation is full of holes. What really happened is what happened with several other teams that cheated their day 1 clears. Himself, as well as 2 other people, joined a team that was cheating and had the boss killed in no time so that he could get the clear and get the emblem. Something of note to further add to the record is that in the screenshot that he uses on his Twitter post, he doesn't show the rest of his team. If his team had been shown here, it would be a lot easier to link his teammates from Raid Report in this screenshot here to the original Twitter post. I think it can be widely accepted that the reason that you don't see the screenshot of him with all of his team here is because it would be very easy to link this Raid Report screenshot and this screenshot from his game to prove that he cheated. He knew this ahead of time. What we see here, at minimum, is constant changes to his story, eroding the credibility of his narrative he's trying to push, and at worst, this is clear signs of cheating. Eventually, he would lock his Raid Report account and change his name so that people wouldn't be able to find it. And during Bungie's ban wave of accounts for the raid, Mr. Gamin Counselor lost his account. He'll say that he hasn't, but that's not true. The name that he went with before his account was gone, Pete Grossman, with the numbers 7040, don't exist. This screenshot that you're seeing here that states that his account could not be found is from August 5th. Since then, he made a brand new account, and he's been hiding his name by reframing the size of his screen. As a side note, you could just blur parts of the screen or create an overlay. It's just lazy and makes your footage and all your videos look worse when you do this. Now, you could say that the reason for covering his name is to avoid harassment and mass flagging, but that claim holds no ground. Bungie themselves have said that they don't ban based on a high volume of reports. You won't even get banned anyway. There is no evidence that Bungie bans people based off of mass flagging. He's desperately trying to cover his tracks, and it honestly makes you question, if he wasn't cheating, why would he hide his name, change his story, delete the video explaining himself, make his raid report private, when he could just show you the irrefutable evidence that he didn't cheat? This isn't the first time he's played with cheaters either. He's admitted to it and been very vocal with the fact that he played with Trials players who cheated. His claim is that he unknowingly played with cheaters shortly after the release of Trials of Osiris into Destiny 2.
If you don't know, and if you've not been part of the channel, I've had another previous account get banned. It was like for Trials of Osiris. And it's because I played with cheaters that I didn't know, and they got banned.
But what you see here is a pattern of behavior, where it's twice now that he's played with cheaters unknowingly and got banned because of it. When it happens once, sure, you could believe it. But when it happens a second time, and this time you see constant cover-ups, it makes me wonder if he's telling the truth with his Trials story. The only evidence that he has is his own word. But I think a bit more scrutiny needs to be put on this Trials story, and we need to see some actual proof that he unknowingly played with cheaters, because his word clearly isn't enough. All of this brings into contention his other accomplishments. Why should we trust his word on any of his in-game achievements? Why should we believe him when he uses his accolades to bolster his points when they very well could be a lie? Now it's time to address his crash outs on Twitter. He likes to reply to people like Scarrow and attack them for their statements while reading what he says completely wrong. What Scarrow is saying is that bringing older content and bringing it into the game and giving people an incentive to actually play them beyond "I haven't played them in a while" is a good thing about the portal. The portal puts a highlight on activities that have returned and gives people a reason to play them again. He isn't saying the portal is good, and this is a pattern of behavior. This isn't a one-time thing. He attacks other content creators like Saltagrappo for supposedly cheating in the epic contest mode Desert Perpetual with no proof. There is zero evidence that Saltagrappo cheated during his team's clear of the epic Desert Perpetual raid, and yet he's saying all this with cheating allegations that are already mounted against him. And again, this sort of thing is a constant for Mr. Counselor. He will attack people on Twitter and give this tough guy talk. He talks about how he treats Twitter like a 2010 COD lobby, yet his replies are locked so only he can fling shit at you. All of the tweets I'm putting on screen here are within the same day. He'll bring up things like the definition of ego and wondering if he should get people a therapist. He brags about selling his account for $1,000 as if anyone asked about it. Not only that, but wait. He admitted to cheating? No way. This is a real tweet, by the way. He actually said this. Now, I think this is more a mistake in him being stupid and not actually paying attention to what he's saying on Twitter, because even the very next day, he was making tweets saying that this sort of thing is misinformation. It's hard to understand why he does all of this. The constant need for replying to people that aren't going to change their minds. He claims that it's because this is a game for him, that he finds it entertaining. But I ask you, does it seem entertaining to be constantly dogpiled and desperately link your video to win people over? I don't think so. Okay, this one here, this is kind of funny. This is the part of the community that needs to die. People who are egoing raid reports in non-competitive moments are straight up a retard. No one cares about your speedrunning. No one cares about your placement. Top 1% that do are in Discord, and that's where you should ego. No one else who is trying to play the game for fun give a shit about your digital number on a separate website that no one will go look up except for you when you post your report in Twitter as some kind of meaningful argument. Thanks for joining my therapy session with these people. So this tweet was made on October 18th, and this is what he said the very next day. We all know you speak for yourself and a few of the mentally ill people in the Destiny Destiny 2 community. After 11 years, not only am I a better player than you, I know I've accomplished more than you'll ever do in Destiny. Me doing a recov to sell my account doesn't remove the merit of all the recorded day ones and hard content I have on my channel. Go see a therapist. I'll see you in the next video. We have another one here as well. This comment is just really weird. Any word on if they cleaned the burn yet? Dude, she's 17. Even after this, he continues to reply to this girl. It's just really weird. And it's not like this is something he's walked back either. The tweet still hasn't been taken down. She was doing a meme and you took it so personally. I don't know how you do it, man, but you managed to make yourself look worse than you already do in such a short amount of time. He will constantly tell people that the stuff they're saying about him is being taken out of context, but you did cheat during the Desert Perpetual raid race. And the thing is, the context he wants you to watch is in a video full of just repeated non-stop rambling. And this is the majority of his content too.
They are stalking me over this, essentially, especially Franz. Like, listen, it'd be different if you were a hot, sexy lady. Like, at least we can have some hot, angry sex, but
poorly edited videos with no scripts where he does nothing but ramble for 30 minutes to an hour.
low level stuff, it's like 3,000 unstable cores. Holy shit. Do you want me to spend 3,000 enhancement cores? That, like, my God.
Bungie has literally never said this.
You're going to get higher for no fucking reason because there's no real point to level in this game other than it's a generic ass number, and most of the stuff has the delta cap anyways. That doesn't even benefit. Hell, even our contest mode is delta capped and we don't give a fucking shit.
Destiny has always been delta capped. There has never been a point in Destiny's history where endgame activities haven't been delta capped.
Full clear reset, continuing powerful drops on additional clears. We want to elaborate on a new loot system we introduced in Edge of Fate. Replace weekly lockouts, the full clear lockout. This was created to address feedback from players wishing to continue to earn power and loot from raids even after their first weekly run. Every time you complete all encounters, you will reactivate powerful drops for all encounters. Refresh locks on all hidden chests. So you do a run, then you have to do another run to then do a run. Wait. You will reactivate powerful drops for all encounters, refresh the locks on all hidden chests, and reactivate the full clear bonus. So you have to do a full run, then another run where it doesn't fucking matter, and then you do another run. And this is the loot you... Listen, for a tier gear, if you're farming gear in general, like tier gear, it makes sense. If you're farming powerfuls, it makes no fucking sense.
It is baffling that this is the conclusion that he came to. It literally says every single time you clear the raid, all additional drops will reactivate to be earned again. The information is right in front of his face, yet he somehow manages to misinterpret it and lie about it. It's really not that hard. Just spend a few hours writing an outline and some specific points that you want to hit instead of going off the cuff all the time and making your videos way longer than they need to be. At the end of the day, Mr. Gamin Counselor is not only a cheater, but a liar. He uses his accolades to make his arguments and points stronger, yet they're built on a mountain of lies and misinformation. He tries to play it cool and act like he has it all under control, yet he replies to people endlessly on Twitter, and later will disguise his crash outs as him having fun. So when you see Mr. Gamin Counselor go after another content creator, or telling you why Destiny is bad, and why the game is dead, and why we all need to quit, but you need to keep watching his content, remember that he cheated the Desert Perpetual raid race. And he lied about it, tried to cover it up, and later, unknowingly to himself, admitted to it so he could brag about making some money on Twitter. That's all for me. Thank you for watching.